What's going on, gamers? Russ Lyman here, and welcome to another awesome J-Love video. I'm excited to see it, so grab some snacks, sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Hey, it's your girl J-Love81. What's going on, guys? So today we have part 2 of toys we own that we wish we still had. So we have a whole bunch of special guests and they will be telling you their toys that they own that they wish they still had. So let's get started.
Hey guys, it's Tyler here from G3. I really want to thank JLove81 for reaching out to me to be a part of this video. She asked me if I wanted to share any of the 80s toys that I wish I still had. And one of the first sets of toys that I always had growing up and I loved and I don't have anymore and never understood where they went were the Ghostbusters toys from back in the day, and I think Kenner made them. I mean, there were a ton of toys in this line. I think it was called like the Real Ghostbusters. There was like an original series where, gosh, I remember like the first generation of it was like where they just had the standard proton packs and the proton cannons that would shoot out and they would kind of twist back and forth like this little plasticky thing. I remember my dad brought one of those home from work for me. It was the original Peter Venkman one. That's a big memory for me, is my dad surprising me and bringing home something from work that I guess he just went to the store and picked up. That was a big deal. But I think the real reason that I remember these toys the most is that I had chickenpox during spring break when I was in first grade. And for whatever reason, I played with my Ghostbusters toys like crazy that week. And I actually had my mom go back and find these pictures in some of our old photo albums, and it's got pictures of me sitting on the couch eating Skittles, and you can see all my chickenpox marks on me, and I'm playing with different toys from the Ghostbusters line. I have my headquarters there. I have the Ecto one. I actually got them here on my phone here. Yeah, you can see this picture here. I'm standing beside of it, and you can see all my plaques and rashes from my chickenpox. But you can see I have the headquarters here. There's Ecto 1 in the background. Yeah, I really remember that old lady that would turn into some monster thing down there at the bottom. There was a garbage can ghost down here with the orange pants. That is Ray, I think, up there in the blue and orange suit. Like you would squeeze his legs or something and his ears would pop out, I think. And that's Venkman there in the silver and his eyes would pop out. Yeah, apparently I was really into playing Ghostbusters that week, and for some reason that did stick with me. I'm shocked with all the things that my parents kept and I've kept over the years that I never had it. I really wish I still had my Ghostbusters today. Again, JLove81, I really appreciate you reaching out to me and thinking of me to be in this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to hear everybody else's toys. Till next time, G3 out.
What's up, everybody? Brandon here for Save the Machine, and J-Love wants to know if there's one toy that I wish I still had or owned that I had in my childhood, and there is. There's a few, but if I had to pick one, it would be the Imperial Shuttle from the Star Wars toy line. Now, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not one of the actually keyboard warrior type, but I do enjoy the movies. Some are way, way, way better than the others. But the toys were fantastic. That, to me, that was the thing that really got me into Star Wars in the first place, was the toys. I was, at that age, I was more interested in the toys than I was the movie. Toys were fantastic, and they were always huge. The play sets were massive. You know, you had the AT-AT, AT-ST, and then you had the Millennium Falcon, but there was something about that Imperial Shuttle. It started with jealousy with me. My cousin had one, and he was a little older than me, and as he got away from toys, he handed it down to me, and I loved that thing. You know, I tried to fit my, you know, I played everything. I had my G.I. Joes in that thing. I tried to fit Ninja Turtles in it. I tried to fit some He-Man characters in it. I loved that thing. You had one of the landing gear worked as like a handle, so you could hold on to it and fly it around. I remember running through the backyard, you know, through some trees and stuff in the backyard, trying to look like I'm flying through indoor. It was just an awesome, awesome toy. And as I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm going to be fighting an urge, I know, for the next several days to get on eBay and buy that thing. I've actually already started collecting some of the Star Wars Vintage Collection, awesome toys, and I think eventually I'll end up with another Imperial Shuttle. I just don't know when that'll happen, but if there's one toy, it has to be the Imperial Shuttle. Thanks, J-Lo.
What's up, guys? Russ Lyman here, and we're talking about 80s toys that we wished we still owned. A lot of the toys growing up and either got donated to Goodwills, we got rid of them for some reason or another. I myself still do have my Ninja Turtle figures and my G.I. Joes. Definitely great franchises, and I'm sure some people can relate to those. But one that I do not have, Inhumanoids. I'm not sure if you guys heard of this. Of course, it was an animated series released with a toy line by Hasbro, who did Transformers and G.I. Joe. So, of course, it's got to be awesome. So there were 13 episodes of this series, and it released September 21st and ran through December 14th in 1986. Definitely was awesome. Big monsters, Inhumanoids. You could just tell by the title that it's going to be epic monsters. So, of course, much like any show and toy line, you have the good guys and the bad guys. I did have a few of the good guys. They were smaller action figures, more similar to what a maybe X-Men or one of the big, it's not as quite as small as G.I. Joe, so one of the larger figures. Maybe He-Man, they're a little bit taller, and they had cool outfits because they're fighting the Inhumanoids. And the Humanoids were bigger creatures. They took up a lot of real estate, were big. I'm not sure how much they cost back then, but I imagine a lot more if you're getting G.I. Joe figures for like $8. So the good guys in this series are called Earth Corps, and they battle a trio of subterranean monsters called the Humanoids with the aid of elemental beings, the Mutors. But I can definitely remember having just a few of these figures. I said maybe I just had two of the doctors that would fight the Humanoids on it, you know, and I interchange and have them play with my G.I. Joes and my Ninja Turtles, because you just keep all your action figures together when you're playing as a kid. But it certainly would be awesome to get one of those again, display them up on the shelf. I still have like my Mighty Max stuff back there and my Transformers and G.I. Joe's collectibles, so to add that to the cast of these awesome 80s toy lines would be great. Thanks so much, Jen, for having me on, talking 80s toys. Can't wait to hear what everyone else has to talk about of their awesome 80s toys that they wish they still had. I'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, it's Retro Mikey78 here, and I want to give a big shout out to JLove81 for inviting me on this collab. And let's get down to it. So, during the 80s, I had a bunch of toys. I had G.I. Joe, I had Star Wars, I had He-Man, and I had Transformers. You guys probably know by this shirt, I'm gonna pick Transformers as my choice. But this is my most influential toy and my most favorite series that I do watch. I watch the cartoons over and over and over again. So that being said, I go with Transformers. But you know what? I want to tell you guys a quick story of what I did and how I got rid of my toys and why I never regretted it. My grandmother came down with stage 4 cancer, or breast cancer, back when I was just in 2nd grade. And they thought they had some type of a cure or treatment over in Greece. My family was poor, we didn't have much money. So when the church decided to do a charity yard sale to let her go, build up the money to go to Greece, I took everything I owned, almost my whole I had a huge Star Wars collection, a huge He-Man, a huge Transformer, some G.I. Joe. I took it all, gave every toy I owned to the yard sale just to let her go to Greece. And people said that stuff sold off the shelves. You know, my parents every Christmas would set up and have displays at Christmas time. I'd have Empire versus the Rebels in Star Wars. One year I remember He-Man versus Skeletor and his forces. There's pictures out. They're back in Indiana, so I can't show them to you. Grayskull, and they'd have Snake Mountain set up outside the Christmas tree when I got up in the morning. So it was huge, but I never could get over the fact of how much I love Transformers. To this day, I can still watch the original cartoon. over and over and over again. And honestly, all I really want is just maybe Optimus Prime Complete, the Dinobots, and probably Bumblebee. Those were my favorite ones that I had when I was a kid, and those are my most memorable ones. But like I said, thank you JLove81 for having me on this collab. And hey, Retro Mikey 78, I'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks.
Hey everybody, it's Richard W. What's going on? So I want to thank JLove right off the bat for allowing me to collab this video with her. I really do appreciate it. It kind of brings me back a little bit. My memory is not too good for my childhood. I have a lot of memories blocked out, but this did, you know, jog the memory just a little bit. And our first item is this. Now, those of you that are ultimately familiar with that logo, that is the WWF, before it was known as the WWE. Back, you know, when we had all these figures, you know, and we needed a place for them to battle. And this wrestling ring was a pain in the dupa to put together. I had to put that together myself. And as a little kid, you know, putting stuff like that together was hard. But still, I loved every minute of it until I got careless and left it on the floor and accidentally stepped on it. And it cracked, and then, you know, of course, you know, once it's cracked, you know, there's no fixing it. You gotta throw it away. And damn it. Had I saved it, you know, I could actually have a place for my WWF figures. And then another one is this. This is a proton pack for the real Ghostbusters. Oh, and they had to put the real Ghostbusters because there was another cartoon show that tried to pass himself off as Ghostbusters. But yes. Yeah, I used to, like, remember going through Halloween and stuff, trick-or-treating with it on, which was really cool. It added to the costume I had. I had Egon, you know, those cheap plastic face mask ones with the vinyl clothing. Yeah, I had the proton pack to go with it, which was nice. I still have the PKE meter. Not sure if that came with it or not, but it was a cool accessory, and I still want it back. I'll get it back eventually. But again, thank you, JLove, for allowing me to collab with you on this video. Hope to collab with you more in the future. Yeah. Take it away.
Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, not so good. Not good? Why? Can I help? We're sad. You're sad? Why? Is it because that kid is missing arms? No, but now that you mention it, he is pretty bummed about that. He has wings, but he can't fly. That does suck for him. I have a Birdman friend, and he has wings, and he loves them. We're sad because we're missing a friend. A friend? You've got so many friends here, and I have a friend. We don't even know you. Go away. Snarf, snarf. Shut up, Snarf.
Oh. Hi. How's it going? Sorry, you just caught me hanging out with some of my childhood friends. I'm so excited. JLove asked me to participate. Oh no, Chitara fell down. I'm so excited that JLove asked me to join in on this video talking about the childhood toys that we wish we still had. As you can see, I kept some of my childhood toys from the 80s, mostly some Thundercats and He-Man. Grimlock, my favorite Transformer. This guy, I have this, yeah, poor Copper Kid. His arms are around somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where. I don't know if you noticed, but I have this guy here. This is Wile E. Kid, and if anybody out there used to collect Thundercats toys or has done any sort of research, you know that some Thundercats toys came with, like some of them came 2 characters in a pack. So Wile E. Kid, which is Wile E. Cat. I think this is Wile E. Kid. Wile E. Kid came packaged with Tigra, and so Tigra was sort of the was kind of the more mature kind of leader of the Thundercats. Lion-O was technically the leader of the Thundercats, but he was kind of a kid, so Tiger was kind of the de facto person that everybody looked up to until Lion-O kind of came into his own. So I had Tiger, and he came with a bolo whip, which is really cool. Had like the little bolos on the end, and it was like a cloth, not cloth, like just actual like rope. And I'm pretty sure I must have gotten him for my birthday. And for whatever reason, at some point, my mom decided that it was time for me to get rid of some of my toys, and I don't know if she wanted me to grow up, if she wanted to like donate them or throw them out, or something happened. I think the only one that I lost was Tigra, and I've never replaced him, because this is one of those cases where, as much as I would like a Tigra, you know, in my collection, I want that specific Tigra, the one that I lost, and that's kind of silly because I can never get that one back. But I haven't gotten in and started buying all new Thundercats toys or anything like that, because the toys that actually matter to me are the ones that I grew up with, the ones that I played with a lot, because these were the ones that I had, and they helped foster my imagination, helped me like relive storylines from the show and just have lots of adventures. But Tigra, I remember feeling the loss of my mom having given it away or thrown it out or whatever happened, and I'm still really surprised that she did that, because, you know, these toys were hard to come by, and every single one of them was really precious to me, so I have no idea what happened to that Tigra, but I miss him a lot. And every time I look at this collection, every time I look at my old toys, I think about the one that I don't have, the one that got away, the Tigra that I used to own, that I was really excited to get for a birthday, and opened it up, and I don't know if you remember how toys smelled when we were opening them as kids, but they had that like weird plasticky smell. I really miss that particular Tigra, and Tigra, wherever you are, I miss you, buddy. Thanks for the good times.
Alright guys, so the toy that I owned that I wish I still had is my Popple. I got this little guy back. This is a mini Popple. So they look like little bears, and they roll up in a ball. They have long tails with a little pom-pom at the end. It used to be a cartoon, and they sold a whole bunch of these mini ones and bigger stuffed animals in 1986, and they were my favorite. So I had, this is Puffball, that's her name. I had the same exact one, but bigger. It was a bigger plushie, and she rolled up. That's what they do. That's why they're called Popples. They roll up in a ball like this. They bounce all over the place, and look how cute, and they just hide in there. I had the big one, and I used to sleep with that thing every single night when I was little. I probably was maybe 5. She was my favorite stuffed animal. I used to love watching the Popples, and I definitely would love to get her back one day, as well as Putter. I always wanted Putter. He was really cool looking, and I like their characters a lot in the cartoon as well. So those are the toys I own that I wish I still had. All right guys, so that's it. So thank you all so much for watching this special on 80s toys we own that we wish we still had. Thank you to all our special guests. Let's give a clap to all our special guests in part 1 and part 2. This was such an amazing thing to do, just to remember and bring us back in time to the 80s, remembering that toy that meant a lot to us that we don't have anymore. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good discussions, and like I said, we're going to be doing more of these topics and vary through the years, and it's going to be bouncing from us and JLove81 to Do You Nerd. So thank you once again for joining us. I highly appreciate it, and don't forget, check everybody out down in the description below. Check out all their wonderful channels, and don't forget to promote positivity. I'll see you guys later.